April 4th, 2025. This is my reading of, what is this? We've got Judges, the last little bit of Judges 11, 29 through 40. Then we got Judges 12. I'm pretty sure it's all of 12 and all of 13 and all of 14 and all of 15, I think, is we end. And then tomorrow we pick up 16. So I was pretty excited yesterday, and I just stopped reading. It's late now too, but stopped reading with the story of Jephthah. And I said the king of Ammon paid no attention to Jephthah's message, and Jephthah seemed to know what he was doing, but he was an unlikely servant. So I was excited about this. It's been a while. Let's see. No, it hasn't been a really while. It hasn't been a while. I recently heard a story about this little point here. So Jephthah made a vow to the Lord, and he said, "If you give me victory over the Ammonites, I will give to the Lord whatever comes out of my house to meet me when I return in triumph, and I will sacrifice as a burnt offering." Right there, right? And some of you know, have heard the story that the Lord did give him victory. It doesn't give you a whole lot. He crushed the Ammonites. They devastated 20 towns. Yeah, Israel defeated the Ammonites. Yep. And when he came home, his daughter came out to meet him. And he made this vow to the Lord. And he told his daughter about it, and he was just distraught by it. But he says, "I can't take back the vow." So Jephthah was, he was honest and honored his vow. That's a place that would be a very difficult place to be. But he does it. He tells her about the vow. She goes off and laments and with her friends for 2 months, and then comes back, and it says that Jephthah fulfilled his vow in that way and offered her as a burnt offering. And interesting there. And then we fight find the people after I'm trying to fight with Jephthah. Like, why didn't you invite us in? He's like, "I did. You guys didn't come, so hey, we just went on. Why do you want to fight now?" And they wanted to fight, so Jephthah said, "Okay, go for it. This ain't gonna work." And so he did. Jephthah beat them. Not a lot of extra details in this, but still kind of interesting to see that. When you're worthless, you're worthless. Stand on your morals, stand on your laurels, stand up for what's right, do what's right. That will help. Yeah, Jephthah killed 42,000 Ephraimites. Woof. Then we get a couple other judges. Then we get the birth of Samson, where it's another one of those stories where Samson's wife was unable to become pregnant, and they had no children. And an angel of the Lord appeared to her and said, "Even though you have been unable to children, you will soon become pregnant and give birth to a son." How many times have we seen that? This is, let's see. We definitely see it with Jesus. We see it with John. We see it with Sarah, right? Abraham. I'm trying to think what else. I think we'll see it with, let's see, is it Elizabeth? Elijah has it in part of his story. Seems like there's other ones there too. Maybe it's even Samson. I can't remember right offhand, but yeah, well, Samson is there's not Samson. Anyways, I didn't realize that Samson was of that same story. And there's something very special about Samson. We know that, right? We know that he takes a Nazarite vow, and there's something to the Nazarite vow. The Bible doesn't tell us much about it, but what I've heard about that is that it was something that well known. I think we've heard something about that. We talked about that early on too. A while back, they talked about if you do this vow, do it to the Lord, and just you're held tightly to that, and there's only certain ways you can get out of it. But the vow, the Nazarite vow, no drinking alcohol, no, and he didn't cut his hair. But interesting enough, when Manoah, which would be the father of Samson, asked the angel, "What is your name?" He wanted to honor him, and he had this burnt offering, whatever. Why do you ask my name? The angel of the Lord replied. It is too wonderful for you to understand. Pretty amazing. The names of angels are too wonderful for us to even understand. At least that's what I'm getting from that. Just a tidbit. It's not something we need to spend a whole lot of time thinking about or knowing about, but here it is, just a tidbit of information here. The angels' names are too wonderful to understand. Pretty amazing right there. And then he sends into fire, and then Samson tells a riddle, and we see this story of Samson. It says Samson was a judge, and he took care of Israel, but he slayed the Philistines. He ripped open a a lion and made this story about it, and yeah, what a deal. He keeps falling in love with women who don't love him. They are using him, and actually the Philistines use them. I like that. Um, Samson said he put that challenge to the guys, you got to figure out this riddle, and they came back, oh, what's sweeter than honey and what's stronger than lion? He replied, if you hadn't plowed with my heifer, you wouldn't have solved my riddle. So again, he kind of realized what was going on. He left that, but he still wanted her, and then gets his sister instead, or gets her sister instead. Then yeah, the story of Samson and his strength, it's always kind of neat, and there's more to come tomorrow, but Samson is kind of smitten with the women there, and it doesn't work out so good, and he doesn't learn from it, because we know that it happens some more coming up. So what do we have to learn from that? I mean, overall, God does amazing things, and he doesn't necessarily do them all the same. He judges, he sends judgment, how many different ways, and when he led them out of Israel, you look at the wonder of God, and then the awesomeness of him, and how he operates and can operate. It's immeasurable and innumerable about how he can do things. Don't put God in a box. Don't put God in a box. He can do so much, and he's just amazing, and he's just beyond our capability to imagine. That's what I get out of today.